Yeah, that one's mine. I think like it could translate really well when they're older too. So like situational roommates where it's like Sam's like, "Oh, I'm moving out." And Dina's like, "Fuck, I can't afford the rent on this apartment. I'm gonna put a Craigslist ad out." And the first non-weird super dude that comes is the one I'm gonna get, and he gets Cass. Like I love
Yep.
that kind of this guy's fucking weird, and then he's like, "This guy's fucking weird," and it turns into this guy is my fucking everything.
Well, it usually goes from this guy's fucking weird to this guy's pretty fucking cool to don't you dare make fun of this guy. He's my guy. To, oh wait, I'm in love with him. To, oh look, we're married.
Oops, how'd that happen? Oops, we're married.
Oops. And then, like, Darmis just said, like, the thing happens, or at least something that she said triggered this, because the chat went by so fast. The thing happens where, like, they're both, like, really trying to deny it, and then Cass, like, brings somebody home.
I love that. I love
and
that.
Dean's like, LOL, no.
Yeah, and Dean gets all pissy, and he doesn't understand why he's pissy. And then it's finally like, oh. Oh, it's that thing, like, what was that meme where it's like, I thought I had a problem with my gay roommate sleeping with dudes, but I only had a problem when my gay roommate wasn't sleeping with me. Do you remember that meme?
Yeah, exactly. That meme is basically them.
It's totally them. It's totally them. Yes, okay. Hashtag jealous Dean, girl. I love jealous Dean.
Like, petulant and confused jealous Dean that doesn't really realize he's jealous.
Yeah. Yes, but I also love posturing Dean, where he's like, no one else knows that I'm sleeping with this guy, but he knows I'm sleeping with him, and so I'm gonna, like, slightly stand between him and this guy he's talking to, or, like, when he squished into the booth.
That was, like, wow. Can we just, like, take a step back and think about that scene? Like, a moment of silence for any, like, semblance of heterosexuality.
Right? We had everything in that scene. We had shipper Sam, who knew that Dean was going to go in there. We had thighs pressed together under the table, which is a huge fucking trope.
Dean being, like, hugely jealous and possessive.
Yep.
Sam being completely fucking done.
Yep.
Cass being like, Dean.
Like, this is my boyfriend, oh my god. Like, eye roll, hard eye roll. Like, I think he didn't stop rolling his eyes that entire scene the whole time.
Like, Dean, I have this, Dean. Stop.
Yep.
And Dean's just like, what? And, like, he was just, like, basically in his lap.
Yes! The whole time. The whole time. I'm telling you. Shit happening under tables, holding hands under tables, thighs pressed together. That shit is my jam, and that was it right there.
Yep.
All right. So I feel like one of the biggest, hugest, most gigantic tropes in our fandom, misunderstandings.
Oh, for sure. Or, like, misunderstandings due to lying.
Yeah, misunderstandings due to withholding the truth, misunderstandings due to assumptions, misunderstandings that cause breakups and get back togethers because they finally use their words like adults.
Like the grown-ups that they're not. We all know that the only grown-up around is Sam.
Unless he's soulless.
All right. We're not gonna... I could do an entire episode on how much I love soulless Sam, so... Here's my wish list for tropes, is soulless Sam ships it. That's my wish list.
You know soulless Sam ships it. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
I mean, but you know he does, because, like, soulless Sam also stood around and smirked while his brother almost got bit by a vampire, so of course he's... I mean, you know, he did, so cross out almost. But you know he would do anything that sort of makes Dean uncomfortable. And that would totally make Dean uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Like, he would just put them in all of the situations. He's the one that would lock them in the closet together.
Oh my god, absolutely he would. Oh my god. That would be such an amazing story.
So you heard it here, guys. Write that.
Yes. Requests.
All right. We should probably do a couple more and then do our wrap up.
Did we talk about enemies to lovers?
We talked about, like, we kind of did. But then we tangented away.
What? Are you surprised? No.
No.
All right, so what about some verse chats? Because Supernatural is known for swapping through timelines, putting Dean in costumes, and giving us lots
Oh,
of
shit. Clothes sharing.
sharing all the things.
Sharing all the things, but, like, putting Cass, like, Cass falls and he's human and he needs clothes. Like, people don't even bother to have him go shopping. It's just like, Dean's like, here, take all of my things, put these on.
Cass doesn't even have to fall. Dean will dress him. Dean dresses him all the time. He's constantly putting Cass in outfits. He put him in a cowboy hat just like 4 episodes ago.
And he's, like, messing with his tie and, like, fixing his trench coat. And, like, if he's not God forbid he's not wearing the trench coat, like...
Oh my god, Dean in the trench coat.
Dean in the trench coat. That's a ship all its own. Let's just not talk about that. And him, like, carrying it around in the trunk, and I'll start crying on air.
Which was ad-libbed. That was
Damn it,
all Jensen. That was all Jensen.
Those bastards. That's all I'm going to say about that.
But yeah, I'm a big proponent of Dean being a slight fashionista and also kind of obsessed with Cass's outfits.
Kind of obsessed with Cass's. You kind of cut off there.
Oh, his outfits.
Oh, okay. See, you cut off, and I was, like, running through all of the things that could be. And I was like, well, Dean's obsessed with Cass's eyes. His hands.
Eyes. Wink, wink, wink.
His
wink.
trench coat. His entire demeanor. His soul. His heart. His dick.
Are there any more sharings we need to cover? Shared first times, losing their virginity together, sharing clothes, sharing a bed.
Yeah, sharing a bed, obviously. Like, there was only one bed. It's probably one of the first... We've mentioned that, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think we talked about it, maybe.
Because, like, we've been so off script. Like, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much one of the biggest tropes in the entire fandom is just that Dean will share literally all of his stuff with the people that he loves. And so, that being Cass in the ship, he's just like, take all of my things. I think one of my favorite fanfic tropes is when Dean, like, moves Cass into his room slowly, unbeknownst to Cass.
Or his apartment, or, yeah, just slowly acclimates Cass into his personal space.
Like, he, like, puts up a little hook, and he, like, takes Cass's coat and, like, puts it on the hook.
Yeah.
And, like, makes Cass take off his shoes. Or, like, slowly, like, takes all the shit out of Cass's pockets and, like, puts it on his dresser. And, like, makes him hang out in his room with him until, like, Cass is like, oh, wait, I totally live in your room and I didn't realize it.
Absolutely. They're bringing up the point that, like, maybe Cass helps Dean pack his bag because he knows exactly where the handcuffs are, like, from the episode. So it's like they have, like, this revolving... No, it's fine. They have this revolving relationship where they're constantly in each other's space, in each other's stuff. Like, I bet you Dean packs the type of chapstick Cass likes.
For sure. And, I mean, that handcuffs, like, the 5 seconds on screen that was, like... So much meta. So much meta.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Easy.
But just the familiarity with each other's space.
And being comfortable there. You know, how long have they freaking known each other?
Are.
They are. They're so cute. Cutie pies.
They are.
What else you got? I feel like we went through this entire freaking list.
I was gonna, like, run down some classics, but honestly, I think we got them all.
I feel good. I feel like we went way over an hour.
We did. It's all right.
So, what now? Any recap at the end?
I think we should probably call it for the tropes unless anyone in chat has anything. Endverse! Holy shit, we didn't talk about Endverse.
I did. I brought it up.
Well, like, we ran down, like, some verses, but we didn't talk about, like, Endverse. What about the weird anomaly, and not weird in a bad way, but the Endverse / Terrible Life verse, where it's Dean Smith / Endverse Cass. That's, like, an actual trope that exists. Like, that's huge. People do Dean Smith specifically / Endverse characterization of Cass in an AU together.
Well, it's because Dean is so stiff and rigid and regimented, and Cass is so like completely, utterly opposite of the character that he plays in their timeline. He's like, I personally think it really, really shell shocks Dean when he travels to that timeline and sees Cass like that. Like,
Well,
almost
yeah.
more than anything else that he sees aside from his brother.
Well, he expected Sam. He knew when he got there. He knew that Sam had said yes, and that's what was going on. He wasn't expecting Cass. And a lot of it, I think, came into his, like, self-loathing. Because
Yeah.
he felt like he did that to him.
Oh, absolutely. Haiku Master says that Dean Smith and Enver's Cass are an excellent dichotomy. And I know that they're just saying that so that I say the word dichotomy again. So I've said it twice now.
And then reverse verse.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's more of a fandom thing that we've done, less what the show's done.
I
mean,
feel like
up
we're
until
kind
now,
of getting that now.
Yeah, we're getting that now, totally. So.
All right, so I think I'm gonna call it after this. This is the last one. Mutual pining. Ust.
I feel like that doesn't even have to be said, though. It's
Well, yeah,
literally
because it's the show.
It's the show. It's canon. It's canon.
It is. The, 20-second long staring matches, but, I mean, if you take it into, AUs, though, that is a, core trope in the fandom, is that even if they grew up together, they still do that fucking staring at each other for 30 solid seconds thing.
Yeah, and I feel like it's such a big trope because of the show.
Well, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like those two aspects are completely, you can't unrelate them. They are absolutely related, which is certain things wing kink. We've never seen Cass molt. We've never seen anyone touch his wings. We've never seen a physical manifestation of his wings. But that's something that the fandom has built. But with the heart eyes and the staring and the eye fucking and everything like that, that is in the show.
It's super in the show.
Yeah.
Dean canonically pops a boner when Cass gets back from purgatory.
That's my favorite thing on the planet.
I've known a lot of guys in my time. I'm always that friend that hangs out with a lot of dudes. And you know what a dude does when he gets a boner? He presses the heel of his hand into the crotch of his fucking jeans. That's what happens. Canon boner.
Seconded, motion approved, canon boner.
Absolutely. All right, so thank you, Nadia, for joining me and for just screaming at each other for more than an hour and a half.
I honestly had so much fun, and I'm pleased to be here, and I will come back anytime you ask.
Awesome.
Yay.
All right, so I'm going to wrap it up with some server news really quick. Bear with me. We actually have some really exciting and awesome news. Everyone that participated in the Profound Bond exchange was a complete success. Thank you so much to Foxy for organizing that. You can find the master post on profoundbond.net/exchange. We have 2 rounds of the Profound Robin, which is our server-hosted round robin going on right now. Round 2 is nearing completion. I think we have 3 chapters, maybe 4 to go. I'm not 100% positive. Round 3 is about to set off. First chapter posts on the 20th. That's Friday, July 20th. The theme for this round is fantasy, and we're insanely excited to have artists involved for the first time ever. So keep your eyes peeled for some fun stuff there. We've had 2 sessions of the Profound Bond Writers Meetup happen over the last month. The Writers Meetup is a voice chat-based meeting for writers to get together and receive constructive criticism and general writing tips. We want to provide healthy ways for people to receive honest feedback. Everyone who has participated so far has had a wonderful time, and we've all learned new things in the process. The meetings are currently hosted by Destimushi and Yana May, and they're only open to server members. So if that sounds fun to you and you're listening right now and you're not a member of Profound Bond, make sure that you go to wiki.profoundbond.net and read about the server and then come join us, and you can get in on the next one of those. Profound Bond is also currently hosting the first ever Supernatural Comment-a-thon. Supernatural is a big fandom with lots of amazing creations, and what better way to celebrate these than by giving them the love they deserve. The fest aims to get people showing their appreciation to creators through commenting on fan creations. Some we may know and love, and some may be new to us. More excitingly, just by being involved and giving these creations love, you can go into Draw to win some